and welcome to a new edition of Culture Magazine. As usual, we bring you the latest cultural events that are taking place here in Egypt. But before we start, let's take a look on the latest cultural updates that took place during the course of this week.
Two suspects were arrested for illegal possession of 50 ancient Egyptian artifacts in Fayoum on Thursday. The Tourism and Antiquities Police received information that the two suspects, who are brothers, had been spotted in several areas in Fayoum that are famous for antiquities trade. The police began to watch them closely and then caught the suspects in ambush. The antiquities that were seized included 25 Greco-Roman coins and 10 statues, including the busts of gods Amun and Osiris, and the statue of Horus and Anubis. 6 Greco-Roman wooden masks of different sizes and colors were also seized. In the last 4 years, two paths have been forged in the attempt to take filmmaking away from the deeply established entity that is mainstream Egyptian cinema. The reform-minded path focused on presenting alternatives to address certain flaws in the existing system. New actors versus movie stars, documentary style versus artificial studio, and improvisation versus meticulous scripts. But this path did not have core issues with mainstream cinema, allowing some filmmakers to make use of established distribution channels and production facilities. Interestingly, this proximity allowed the mainstream to benefit from the freshness of the new scene growing in parallel to it, whether through attracting talents grown in the indie film or even imitating the low-budget filmmaking model in the period of economic crisis. Less than 3 months after its release, a reprint of Al-Fil al-Azraq, or the Blue Elephant, came out in December to meet the demand of excited readers. Author Ahmed Murad worked as Egypt's official presidential photographer for 10 years. Hoping to reveal rotten political dealings under the Mubarak regime, he published his first novel, Vertigo, that became a runaway bestseller in 2007 and was turned into a television drama last year. His second novel, Diamond's Dust, in 2010, exposed how corrupt businessmen and police officers got rich by exploiting the poor. Diamond's Dust was translated into several languages, making Murad one of the leading few thriller writers in the Arab world. But Al-Fil al-Azraq is very different, blending thriller, crime and fiction with psychiatry and providing a profound experience that touches readers.
Supporting the Syrian people who have been suffering for approximately 2 years now, the Free Association of Syrian Expats, in cooperation with the Egyptian Opera House, have organized an exhibition in which 25 artists from different countries are participating with their artwork, trying to reflect how the Syrians are suffering. Let's watch.
نحن هيئة مغتربي سوريا الأحرار. تشكلت هاي الهيئة من حوالي العام للمساعدة في المجتمع المدني لما بعد سقوط بشار الأسد.
The Free Association of Syrian Expats was founded 1 year ago to help the civil society after the end of Bashar al-Assad's regime. But now, before this happens, we found it crucial to support the Syrian people by this fundraising event, in which all the profit will be donated to the Syrian people in need. All what we can do is to donate with our art pieces.
135 artists from 25 countries chose to stand against the Syrian troops. The program contains an art gallery along with a ceremony for cultural performances and an auction in which all the artworks will be put up for sale. And I think it's a good way to help people in Syria.
And now we're pleased to have with us Mr. Yahya Al-Qadmani, the President of the Free Association for Syrian Expats. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I want to know what you think about this exhibition.
This exhibition explains how much the innovation is important to support the revolution of our nation. And I think the people who's, the writers, the artists, they are the part of the nation who is explain how much this nation is, they have the looking to go to freedom. Because the freedom is the spirit of the writing the nations. The freedom is the dream. And who's explain the thought of the nation is the people who's writing their feeling, their emotions.
And drawing.
And the drawing also is very important to have these people who explain how much the country during the difficult time go back to their people who draw their feeling, who write their feeling. And I believe the Syrian nation, they have what we can say, they have thousands of people who's giving a good in their history, giving very good thoughts for the freedom, but this regime stop all these writers in the jail and disappear them from our life. And now the Syrian people, with this revolution, with their freedom, they are coming to their power again. How much these people, they have a good wish to go to the new future.
So you think that this exhibition successfully reflected how the Syrian people are suffering?
This exhibition exactly explains how much the Syrians close to the high level of thinking, to the freedom. How much they are ready to pay blood to reach to the freedom. And they did it already. And I believe we are going to win.
الحقيقة نحن قدام مجهود جبار وراءه يعني عدد من المثقفين والفنانين السوريين، الناشطين السياسيين السوريين اللي بيعيشوا في بلاد المغترب. عملوا هالتظاهرة الثقافية اللي هي عبارة عن معرض للفنون التشكيلية من رسم ونحت، وأيضا
This is really a tremendous effort exerted by a number of Syrian intellectuals and political activists